I've played with Legos all my life, which means I've made and taken apart a lot of minifigs. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could capture those on a Lego camera with a flash and a button that uploads to the cloud automatically? Yep, I did it. I'll show you how. Click that subscribe link and let's get started. First, let's take a look at this camera in its natural habitat, the studio. The LEGO Minifig Portrait Studio. This Minifig Studio comes complete with limitless customizable backgrounds, with Legos of course. Then simply attach your latest masterpiece, pose them and make sure they're saying cheese when you press the button. Now let's talk about the components for the camera. This is sporting the Raspberry Pi4W. That means it has Wi-Fi, running the latest Raspberry Pi OS. I bought one with the pins already soldered on. The ArduCam lens board for Raspberry Pi camera. This camera board is absolutely perfect for this project as it has a 5 megapixel sensor and a field of view of just 56 degrees. We actually want a smaller field of view for this Lego-sized portrait studio. The lens can be rotated slightly to adjust the focus. It has a macro lens, which means it can easily focus on our close-up minifigs, where the standard Raspberry Pi camera has a minimum focus range of about a foot. This build is also using the Pimaroni LiPo shim, which lets us use one of these little lithium-ion batteries to make this a completely wireless solution. Now we need a button to snap the picture, and I went with one of these colorful round tactile button switches from Adafruit. To make it fit just perfectly, I used a little bit of epoxy to secure it to a sacrificial Lego. Then I solder leads on. I even included a bright white LED to help in dark times. I tried this dish flash and it looked really cool, but created hot spots in the pictures. I improved the light diffusion by moving the LED behind some transparent Legos. It still looks pretty neat. Don't forget to put a 50 to 100 ohm resistor in one of your pins to prevent them from burning out. Links to these components can be found in the description. Talking about the software now. rClone is an awesome open source project that lets you sync files and directories with cloud providers. This is exactly what I need to copy the pictures from the camera to the cloud. Check out the link in the description. The code for the camera is written in Python. I have it posted on GitHub and you can find a link in the description. You will want to clone that to your Raspberry Pi. Now, what does the code do? Since I have no screen, I've included a helpful flashing of the LED when it starts, so you know the camera is ready to start taking pictures. Then it waits for the button to be pressed. Then it waits for the button to be released. The LED comes on when it records a picture. The picture is sent to the cloud using rClone. The LED flashes again when it has finished uploading the picture to the cloud and is ready to take another picture. To help prevent SD card corruption from simply powering off the Raspberry Pi, I have included a shutdown action when you hold the button for 6 seconds. The LED will flash indicating it is shutting down. Now let's put it all together. Here's a schematic showing all the components together, and here's a picture of all of the components actually connected together. When you first put all the electronics together, you're going to want to plug them into a monitor, keyboard, and mouse so that you can do these steps. First, you're going to want to make sure that the camera is plugged in and working correctly with this command shown. Raspberry still is a helpful tool included that lets you do that. Make sure you join a Wi-Fi network, install rClone and configure it, and then make sure that's working. Install the camera program that I've provided and add it to the RC local file. And it would be silly not to test it all out, making sure it takes a picture and uploads it to the cloud for you before we put it in the Lego camera. Roll video montage assembling the camera. Ah, looking good. Let's check out some more of those minfigs. That's it for this video. Please subscribe, like, and share.